Okay, so this is our kind of section 2. It's Tinsula Martin Bar Pu Peche Nangtian Guo Lindsay. So so like last time I told you I think say when we try to understand the Tibetan text, we have to study one grammar text. This is quite simple and very useful. So in this I will put a name. So something is called Leshen Jua short form. I think this text is is really, really useful. And also you can find the link here. You can see all link, this one. You can just go there and both Tibetan and English. I think I want to say it's really useful and very helpful. You can, especially they are talking the 7 cases. I think that's helpful. And so today text if we didn't have any grammar clue, somebody didn't study grammar and just try to copy paste a verb, like a sentence, word by word, then you can see this thing. That's overwhelm so long, right? I can really say, Gyajindang Tsambala Sokpe, Kor Jata Mangpe, Sanje Jomdende, Gyagara Yui, Mangadar, Shube Gopsu, Shabla Cha Tsewatang, Chudung Gab Yes Jiwa Pune, Dua Gunji Pende Dundo, Dojo Tebe Chuju Kolo Gor, So Dabala Dene, Chuju Kolo Gorze. This is a way of looking somebody who don't know that much grammar. And so you can see this thing.
So a long sentence, and
long sentence, yeah.
We're going to suggest, where do we start when we look at a long sentence?
Yeah.
So we don't become overwhelmed. How can we break it into shorter pieces?
Okay, that's perfect. So this one, if you somebody know the grammar, you can see those things. They already cut overrun. Like it's like Pu one Gupsu, Pulne, Dundu, Be water, Latine. So that's you can say you can do it. This is not so long, right? So it's today this thing different than last time. Last time one pretty first they have one agent, one verb. So that's like a straightforward, a little bit easier, I guess. But today's different things. They have we have so far one Chaksewa, 2 Pilwa, the Chaksewa prostration offering, Soatapa request, Kor Chun, Ze did. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 verbs. So there's a 5 verb, and then just like last time I was saying, we have to use our grammar thing and also our knowledge and guess. So when you look at this name, Yajindang Tsamba, a Brahma in India, right? And Sanje Jomden there. Then we can see Cha Tsewa. Okay, Buddha is not prostitute to the Brahma India. I was okay, who is Brahma India prostitute to the Buddha? That's our knowledge and guess, Cha Tsewa.
So we use our knowledge of Buddhism, you mean, to understand what's most likely? Yes,
exactly, yeah. And also Pul, Buddha not offering to Brahma India. This is Brahma India offering to Buddha. So whatever request also Buddha not really request this time. Brahma India request to Buddha.
So because we understand the relationship between the Buddha and Brahma and Indra, according to Buddhism, then we know who is likely to have done which verb.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's our knowledge. Okay. So turn the Dhamma wheel, did turn the Dhamma wheel. Okay, then we know this is Buddha. Because Buddha is teaching, Brahma Indra not teaching to Buddha, Buddha teaching to them. So if you know one thing grammar and other thing our background knowledge, then we can verb goes to where. So otherwise for example, turn the Dhamma wheel, Brahma Indra. So be by Brahma Indra turn Dhamma wheel, it doesn't make sense, right? So then we can break sentence, see how it works. Solo tapa. This is like a request, right? And then who requests? You can say per by judging down Sangpa Sokbil, etc. Court Jata among the many follower or regional student requests. Right? That's now just who requests. And now request, what kind of requests? Just request many, sometimes request to stay longer or request teach the Dharma, many things. Here's the war. So in order, this is Ras, in order, turn the Dharma wheel. That's the thing Ras talking about. What's the purpose? Why it's kind of request is like in order to turn the Dharma wheel, the request Buddha. So then just like a turn the Dharma, like Dharma, what kind of Dharma? We have to know like many Dharma, Vajrayana, Mahayana, and Hinayana, there's many different things. Here's a Dorje Tik Peche. So there's like Dharma and this like a connection, connective, right?
Sixth case connective particle.
Yeah, yes. Should you call so the request to turn Dharma, what kind of Dharma? Vajrayana, Vajrayana vehicle. So like this request. And now seems like, okay, so whatever requests, we know the who requests, right? Request what? Now we don't know the time when they request. So that's a kapsu. Kapsu timing. So Sanjay Jomden de Buddha, Jagar, India, Yu Mangada. Central India, Mangadhar. This Ra is talking about place.
Yeah, in the locative case.
Yes. So while Buddha dwelling reside at that place. So that's our place, right? So while Buddha dwelling reside at that place and request. So now just we know that like timing. This is cup, so it's a timing. Sometimes you can not see, so just cup should be. You can see both correct. Cup or cups. Next one. Now this is a little bit difficult. Usually it's like how they did it, how they request. That's usually a student find is quite difficult. So basically saying, while Buddha staying or dwell at that place, and this request to teach the like 20 wheel of Vajrayana, right? Teaching. Yeah. So now just how is like Shabla Cha Tsewa, the prostrated to the feet of Buddha, this would be feet.
Prostrated at his feet.
Yes. Not prostrated like
to his feet.
Yeah. So basically saying like prostrated to the feet, also to feet. And Chudun Gabo, yes, your pill offering, right? Chudun Gabo, while conscious, yes, your, I mean, clockwise, while conscious offering.
A clockwise swirling conch shell.
Yes, yeah. So basically saying, so first the prostration, and then offering something, and then request, right? Basically kind of saying, this is showing the respect. And then also like usually it's like want to ask to something, you offer something. This is offer this one, then request. So the how they request means not just go there ask, they do this sort of thing, then request.
Right. So how did they request? They requested by prostrating to him and then offering to him a conch shell.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's the way to do how they ask, right?
Yeah.
So and then it's like a purpose. So why did Burma India asked Buddha to teach the Vajrayana teaching? So don't do. So the benefit. So right, means all being, Penti means happiness, well-being. So for the benefit of all sentient being, and they asked Buddha to teach the Dhamma. So that's showing don't do. Sometimes we can say chedo. It's like don't do. That's kind of, I mean, they use, we have an interchangeable, you can many different vocabulary for use this one, but just it's pretty straightforward, chedo, right? So now we know just like a thing. Now it's things like a result. So the Latin. So because of that, and based on their requests, because of their requested, and change you go said, to the Dhamma will. So basically here you didn't see the Buddha. Like, I mean, you can put it. So what about the Sanje Jomden de Ki change you go there. But lots of things we not putting this thing because like one thing we already know the Buddha, and also we know Burma India asks request Buddha. That means Buddha's teaching here. So I mean you can put here, but just like better than put it like it's pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, so the object is omitted, the subject is omitted, or the agent is omitted, but you can assume it because you know you understand the meaning of the sentence.
Exactly, yeah. So that's the thing. So that's the usually saying lots of students try to find the end of the verb, try to will,
Yeah.
and then go to find the agent.
Yeah, yeah.
So then you
Oh,
mess
right.
up, right? It's like Yajina Tsambala so call Gata Mangbe, Church Kologuarze. And then
Right.
you got it, then try to figure out it's a really mess up sentence.
Yeah, so of course, because sometimes the agent, the first agent that appears, like the first third case marker right there on the front, on the top line, it could apply to any of those many different verbs. So
Yes.
you're right, sometimes we look for that agent and we think that goes to the last verb, but actually it applies in this case to the earlier verbs.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah. So that's what like what I said is the one thing we have to like use our grammar knowledge. And other thing, when we try the sentence, we use our background knowledge.
Yeah.
So these two combine, and then also we have to understand the correct meaning of the verb.
Yeah.
So when we try to understand sentence, those three is very important. Grammar knowledge, understand the meaning of the verb, and then use our background knowledge.
Yeah.
Those three together, and it's the first time it's not easy, difficult, but we just like this technique use again and again. So this is like one thing is to improve our language so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And second one, and then we got the correct meaning.
Mm-hmm.
And third one is this kind of sentence you're not feeling overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's otherwise like and also like otherwise like we're not using really our brain, only like we just like a copy paste. So that's I think, unfortunately lots of us we doing same thing. Then just like, it's not really helpful from my experience. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a good sentence for as an example of this because we understand if we know about Buddhism, we understand the relationship between the Buddha and the other characters in the sentence. But sometimes in another sentence, if the subject is omitted, is not there, even for you, it might be hard to know who is doing the verb, right?
Yes, yes.
Like if they're talking about different historical figures or something, sometimes it's even confusing for you who did which verb.
Yes, exactly. But just here one thing case Latin, this also like a little bit clue.
Uh-huh.
It's based on that request, right?
Yeah.
So whatever, based on the request, and should you call a call.
He
So
turned the wheel of the Dharma. Yeah.
that's also helpful. This is like a not Burma India. This is Buddha.
Yeah.
That's helpful for us. Yes.
Right, of course. Great. Yeah, that's very helpful. It also kind of reminds you that in Tibetan you don't read from the beginning to the end. You look at the end and you look at the beginning and you look at the middle and you have to break the long sentence into many different parts.
Yes. Yeah. It's a thing is like a Tibetan. You can see lots of thing is a word. This order sentence orders like you can switch no problem.
Uh-huh.
So like you can say Sanje Chomden de Yu Jaga Manuda Shube Gupsu. Right?
Uh-huh.
Right. So like this number one,
right.
This number two,
uh-huh.
And then this number three, and then just like this number four. You can make this also.
Yeah.
So that's like even though you can switch lots of things meaning same, but sometimes you switch meanings completely different meaning. right? It's here just like if we put the Sanjay Chomten the first, and then just even though I'm guessing a little bit correct, so you call it Sanjay Chomten, so you call it correct. But if you're using this our knowledge, it also give a wrong meaning. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. That's so helpful.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah.